Welcome to your practice. My name's Gwen. Today you won't need many props. Maybe a blanket if you have one. Go ahead and grab yourself a blanket. You might want it to, we're going to start in a seated pose today. So we're going to do seated somatic namaste to start and to center in and ground our energy. You can use a chair to sit on. You can sit on the floor. You can use any props that are available for you at home. You can sit with your one leg right in front of the other. And you can, if that's not available, you can have something underneath your knees to support. So once you get comfortable, go ahead and settle in. Do a little bit of movement from side to side, snake the spine from side to side. Move the head. Notice how it feels to sit. So you want this place of effortless effort. And then go ahead and close your eyes and notice your hands on your lap. Notice how your breath feels. And let yourself settle. You'll feel the belly rise as you inhale. A softening as you exhale of the belly and the sides drawing in. This beautiful coolness coming in as you inhale. And a softening as you exhale. A few breaths like this. Let the body breathe. If you're unable to feel the belly, go ahead and place one hand on the lower belly and one hand just above that hand. As you breathe, feel the lower hand move and the top hand move. And as you exhale, feel that softening as the body settles and grounds. A few more breaths like this. Eyes are closed, spine is upright, and the body may be propped or you feel great sitting right there on your mat. Let it be delicious just to breathe together here today. Allow yourself this time to unwind and find what's on the inside. This connection, Soma, connection to all, a place where we can educate and undo any unnecessary holding patterns that are no longer supporting us. Any muscle amnesia that may be causing some unnecessary muscular effort in places. Maybe we lean a little bit too much forward or side to side. So feel the breath for one more breath here. Let the body breathe in. Feel the lift, the rise. And an audible sigh out. Just a whoo. Let the arms come down. You can take a peek at what I'm doing, or you can listen and let your awareness guide you. So on your next natural inhale, let the arms float up. Feel them float upward. It'll be up to your shoulders, your arms, how high. And as you exhale, let the arms float downward and feel a rounding of the spine as the chin comes down and the arms come down. You'll inhale them up And then you'll exhale, let the whole body round, chin down, arms feel like you're holding a great big beach ball in your lap. Maybe the beach ball starts to get a little bit bigger. Maybe the elbows sink down as they come out. Come to these different places with the arms. As you breathe, they come outward. As you exhale, they come inward with a rounded C curve to the spine. We're going to switch the breath now. As you come out, you inhale. As you round, you can exhale. Hands come together in that prayer hands. You inhale, you let them come upward. As you exhale, they come downward, and we stay with that C curve of the spine. Hands come together. Let the arms float. Maybe they don't come up as high as anyone else's. Maybe it's difficult for them to join in the center. It could be the intention. Maybe it's one hand. Let the body breathe. Let's go ahead and do one more here. Inhale deeply. As you exhale, hands come together. The spine can stay upright. And then allow them to become heavy on the lap. Elbows are bent. The body's breathing nice and easy now. A light little body scan. So we're going to come to our backs in a body scan. Whatever's under the seat, maybe you're on a chair, go ahead and bring yourself downward. We can come all the way down to your mat, onto your back. Your hands are by your side, arms nice and long. Lengthen through one leg and allow it to relax and soften. Wriggle the toes. Notice how well that side can come out of contraction. And then the other side. Notice how well the muscles turn off. Start at your heels and feel the roundness and the heaviness of the heels coming down. A lightness through the Achilles, down through the calf. Notice one side and the other. Notice the back of the knees, how light they are off the mat. And then down through the upper leg. Notice the fullness, the heaviness, the weight. Is one side a little heavier than the other? Pour that awareness in the seat into the sit bones and feel this evenness. Or maybe for you it's uneven. One might be a little deeper into the mat or a little higher up on the mat. Go ahead and pour the awareness in the lower spine. Notice how far you are away from the mat there. What's the sensation like? Coming down into that mid-spine of the thoracic, behind where you think that heart center might be. From that area to your shoulders, the neck, and then a light little rock at the back of the skull. Not going to your full range of motion here, just a light little rock, side to side. Coming into compass pose, go ahead and bend up one knee, plant the foot. The other one follows. Walk the heels up towards the sit bones. but you have a space between the inseam, the inner legs. The arms can stay where they are or interlace them and bring them right behind the back of the skull. So this nice little nest. Notice how this feels for a breath, 2 or 3. Feel the back of the shoulders sink and soften. Breathe into this shape. This is a beautiful integration through the bottom and the top of the spine, the neck. It's really a full body integration. Allowing this soma of the whole entire body to observe this connection, these pathways. So when you're ready, take a nice big inhale. And then start to press into the heels, the big toe, baby toe, and allow the tush, the pelvis, to come upward. So it just slowly comes up off of the mat. You can pause there and then load the upper body. The nose is pointed into the center and you lift the head just a hair off the mat. Roll that lower spine down, pelvis comes down, head is hovering. Then slowly the head comes down. And soften, 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 and notice how well the body can relax in this shape. Take a few deep breaths. Observe. We're going to start to move the head over to the right. So the nose points just a hair over to the right. You press into the heels, the big toe, the baby toe, and you come to maybe the same height or a little higher or lower. Then again, the head comes up. Notice what you notice here, all the muscles of the neck. And then slowly roll that pelvis down. Leave the head. And then the head comes down second. Take a breath. Notice how well the body can breathe here. And then you'll move the nose just a wee bit over to the right. From here, on your next natural breath, press into the heels, the big toe, the baby toe. Let the pelvis rise up. And then the head a wee bit. Feel all the muscular effort here that it takes to do this pose. Roll that pelvis down, let it relax, and then the upper body. Feel the muscles turn off and how well do they do so. Deepen the breath. One more, let the nose come all the way over to your full range of motion on the right. On your next natural breath, press into the heels, big toe, baby toe. Feel that evenness as the pelvis comes up. And then go ahead and lift the head. Observe and notice the musculature. Notice what muscles are engaged. Lower the pelvis slowly. And then load it. And then notice the head lower. Slowly. Head comes to center. Undo the hands and come into a little mini body scan here. Lengthen through one leg at a time. Let it relax. And then the other. So go ahead and feel all the way through the heels, the calf, the knees, the upper leg, the sit bones to the lower spine, that mid back, shoulders and neck. Feel the tingling, the quality of the body from temples and to your toes. Give them a wriggle. Make sure they work. And a little rock of the head. And then go ahead and bend up one knee and plant that foot. Press into it and allow the other one to come on up and join it. Walk the heels inward to the tush. Rock from side to side. Make sure your lower back is happy. Interlace the fingers and bring them behind the back of the head. Go ahead and take the nose just a wee bit over to the left now. Press into the heels and allow the big toe and baby toe to feel the mat as the heaviness of the pelvis rises up. The head comes up. The back of the shoulders might be pressing into the mat. You'll lower softly the lower spine, the pelvis. And then the head comes pouring into the mat as you relax and soften each breath. Notice how well the body can rest. Feel the depth of your breath. And then we'll bring the head just a little bit more over to the left. When you're ready, feel the heel press, the big toe, baby toe. The pelvis comes upward in this effortless effort. The head comes up. And you feel where you're connected to the mat. You feel this effort. And then slowly we come out of effort by bringing the lower spine down. Notice how well it can relax with the head up. Then the head comes down. Notice how deep the breath is as these connections are made. Breathe into it. One more spot over to the left. The nose can gently come on over that way. Take your time. Know that you don't have to look like this. Feel into this. Feel into the soma, that internal world now. On your next natural breath, press into the heel, feel it spread up to the big toe, baby toe, as the pelvis gently, slowly comes upward. The head may lift a little bit or a lot. Just feel the neck muscles right here. Notice what you notice, all these sensations, these subtleties. And then very softly roll that lower spine, pelvis down. Feel it come into the mat. Upper body comes down. Feel the muscles turn off. Nose slowly comes to center as we undo and come into our body scan, one leg at a time. Let that leg come into the mat and soften, and then the other. Palms can roll up as you breathe. Notice the sensation, this hum, this frequency running through. Feel the depth of your breath as you gently roll your awareness through the heels, the lower leg, the calf, the shin, the knees, the upper part of the upper leg, the quadriceps, all the way down where we might be touching the mat, close by the hamstrings. The sit bones, feel the evenness, the weight, the lower spine. Notice what you notice and what you feel. Mid-spine, shoulders broad and wide, cervical spine of the neck, a lightness. And then a light little rock of the head, very soft, nice and easy. A gentle rock from right to left. Allow the body to move like this, super slow. We're going to come into another somatic flow. Amazing for the spine. It's another full body integrated move that I do very, very often, called snake. So the nose will come to center. We'll be using this bridge pose again by bending up the knees, plant the feet, and plant the hands downward, arms down by your side. Notice this shape. Nice. And on your next natural breath, press into the heels and feel the big toe spread to the baby toe as you gently come upward with the lower body. So the pelvis rises once again. From here, shrug the shoulders. You might have to slowly bring one up. Maybe they feel a little frozen, or they come up, both of them, quite easily in a little shrug. From here, gently roll from the top of your spine. Feel the vertebrae come into the mat, into the rug, wherever you are, one at a time, until you feel the lower spine come down, and relax and soften, and then drag the fingers down towards the bottom of the mat, the heels. And notice how that feels. So coming into the cervical spine just a little differently. Enjoy, breathe into this area. Take your time. Notice how delicious this rest feels. Let's come up a different way. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, feel the tips of the shoulders come into the mat, the length of the arms. And then now the heels to the big toe and the baby toe. Allow the pelvis to come on up. Take those shoulders one at a time or both at the same time in a shrug, like, I don't know. And then very softly from here, roll through the top of the spine like a pearl necklace. One little pearl at a time. Top to mid spine to lower spine. Softly comes down as we snake through that spine. As it lays beautifully on the mat, drag the fingers downward. Shoulders come away from the ears and you soften, soften, soften. Notice how well. A deep breath. Allow this to feel delicious. One more for good luck. Take a deep breath. Send the tips of the shoulders down the length of the arms. Press into the floor. Heels press to big toe to baby toe. We even the feet out. The pelvis comes up, up, up. Maybe to a new height. Shrug the shoulders. Notice how it feels. And then take your time. Top of the spine. We snake through this beautiful spine. Notice the movement. Notice how well it comes downward. When it does, drag the fingers towards the heels. Soften, soften, soften. Let one leg reach out and relax. Wriggle the toes. The other leg. And allow yourself to relax here. Come into your mini Shavasana, this body scan. Feel the body breathe as you feel into the sensations. As we rest here and allow enough time for these connections, for this education to run from brain to muscle. So take your time. It's as important to rest as it is to move in somatics. From here, we're going to come into a nice little yoga nidra. Nidra meaning sleep, so this yogic sleep. Wriggle the toes. Allow yourself to relax and soften. Here you can feel the toes now and let them dance just a little bit, and you might want to draw them in towards the heel, or feel the baby toes start the motion all the way to the big toe and you roll through them. Notice how that feels all the way to the heel, as you could possibly coming into a circular motion. Maybe some windshield wipers to the right and to the left. Feel the feet, feel the sensations top to bottom, arch, and then relax that effort and notice how well you can. Come into the lower leg. Feel the shin at the top. Go ahead and press the shin down. So it'll feel like there's a muscular effort coming down into the mat. You'll feel the calf coming down a wee bit, maybe. Some of the muscles will turn on. And then relax and soften that lower leg all the way into the mat. A deep inhale and exhale. Feel how soft the breath is here. I want you to visualize this next part, so go ahead and dust off your visualization skills. So without moving whatsoever, feel the muscles wrapped around the knees. They're going to feel like they're bending and tenting up, like they're floating. Somebody has their hand underneath the knee and is floating the knee up, up, up as the leg bends and floats up. And then very softly, in a fluid style motion, it comes downward and settles into the mat, into the support. Notice that evenness of the breath, the fluidity of the breath as the leg softens, the knee and all the muscles soften. Go ahead and come up into the upper leg. Come all the way up to the surface, up to the top where the quadricep lives. These four muscles that beautifully work together in unison. Let's engage those muscles by pressing them down into the femur bone, down into the hamstrings, and down into the mat. Relax and soften that effort, and notice how well. Can you feel this radiating quality? This movement, a softening. Breathe into that. This spaciousness, quiet, still. Float the awareness up into the sit bones. Feel the sit bones. And we'll take those sit bones now very softly and feel them come towards each other. They'll gently come towards each other. You might feel a rise of the hips, a little squeeze of the lower back. And then very softly, can you take them away from each other? Maybe just with your visualization skills. And then relax and soften that effort. Breathe into that sensation now. Notice how it feels. Feel your lower back broaden and widen. It might even have sunk down a little bit, soften downward to the mat. On your next inhale, gently float the awareness up the spinal column, all the way up into the tips of the shoulders. From here, you're going to take the tips of the shoulders upward. Feel them come up off of the mat and towards each other. And you'll notice this muscular effort as the back of the heart feels like it's pressing. And then soften them down and notice how well the arms relax all the way to the elbows, all the way to the heaviness of the hands, the fingers. Go ahead and take one finger in towards the palms at a time. Nice and slow. No, it's of no concern if they're not able to do this. You can visualize this all. Maybe a light little squeeze inward, and then they come out one at a time. Feel them relax and soften. Elbows down. Let's give a little spin of all the musculature of the arms. So you're gently now going to take one palm down into the mat, the other palm up. Press the thumbs into the floor, and then the other way. One palm turns up, one palm down. Press the thumbs into the floor. And let it move one more time like that. This beautiful little twist of all the muscles up and down, running up and down. The arms, shoulders. You might even feel one shoulder go this way, one shoulder go that way. You can give these light little presses into the shoulders now. And then allow the body to relax here and soften. The jaw, the face, the muscles around the eyes. Now go ahead and bring all of your awareness into the face. Let's give it a little squeeze by scrunching up the forehead, the eyes, the mouth. You might have recruited the neck, let it. The ears, let it. Squeeze, 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 and then let it melt. The whole body melts. This sweet surrender. I surrender right here. Notice how the body is breathing here. It might feel like the body is breathing you. This beautiful inhale and this luxurious exhale. Follow it. Let yourself breathe into the stillness. Remain here. Take your time. Notice how the body can rest and relax and soften. We're going to do that one more time, but really quick. It's going to feel like a little bit of a wave, and know that you can visualize this all. So go ahead and squeeze the toes. Keep that squeeze and press down through the lower leg. Keep that and press down into the upper leg. Keep that and send the sit bones together. Keep that and press the back down as the shoulders come up and towards each other. Keep that and squeeze the fingers into the fists. Give a little spin of the arms, just a little bit. and go ahead and squeeze all the muscles of the face. You'll squeeze, 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 and relax and soften into your mat. Let the corners of your mouth curl up. And feel this fluidity, this heaviness of all the tension seeping out. It'll be pouring into that earth quality of Mother Earth, and she'll use it for something wonderful. So let it pour out. Breathe into this freedom that you're feeling, this spaciousness inside. You're doing this practice before bed and you have plenty of time now to tuck yourself in. Or if you have more time to lay and rest, please do. But if you'd like to come up, then go ahead and bend up one knee very, very softly, and then the other. Roll over to your side body and use your lower arm as a pillow. Rest there. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back for showing up as you connect to your inner grin, this inner smile that we all hold, this joy, compassion for ourselves, loving kindness, no small thing. When you're ready, you can lengthen through that top leg, use that momentum to press into the earth, the mat. Walk the hands towards you as you slowly come into a comfortable seated position. The eyes can remain closed so that you can keep all that relaxation inward. You can come to a seat, just like how we started our practice, if that feels good. Just notice what you notice. Notice how you feel inside as we sit. And how we started the practice is how we're going to end the practice. So go ahead and bring the hands to rest by your side. Fingertips to rest onto the mat, onto the floor. You'll inhale them up. This could be combing the aura, this energy field around our body. And as you exhale, you can send the fingers combing downward. Let them come upward as you inhale. And they might touch, they might not. And as you exhale, they can come down towards the floor. The spine is upright this time. Inhale up and exhale down. We're going to come into a light little twist with this. So you'll inhale, the arms will come upward. Left hand will come forward to the floor and the right hand backward, wherever they land. Inhale to center. And then exhale the other side. Just feel the axis, the sit bones. Inhale up. And exhale, maybe a different spot. Maybe the hand rests on the knee, the fingertips are down, or the palm. And then you'll breathe in, fill up the lungs, arms float upward, and then downward. One more. Inhale deeply. Exhale nice and smooth. Maybe you look down and the head comes down all the way to the bottom of the lungs. Inhale up. Last one. Exhale. Chin downward, looking down. Let the arms float up. Let them come all the way down to your lap. A little body scan from the sit bones all the way up to the middle of the brain. Let the ear come to one shoulder. The other hand comes to the other shoulder, so the ear points to the shoulder that the arm is the hook. And then a little yes. You bring the nose down to that elbow. Slowly, slowly up. That hand can move up to a new area of the neck. Bring it down and up. Now piano it. Walk it up the neck until you feel maybe a little something. Press into it and stay with this movement. So this nice little nodding yes. What are you saying yes to in your life? Yes to all that yummy goodness that's right there for us. One more. Leave the head down. Like you're taking, washing something off of that, the shoulders. Just let it go. Whatever we're carrying here, any unsupported energy, let it go and just flick it off. One more. Let the head come on up. Take a breath. Other side, ear to shoulder. That hand comes to rest on the shoulder. And when you'd like to move, please do so. The nose can come downward. It doesn't have to come so low. So maybe you choose different spots for the nose to come down. When you'd like to, start to piano the fingers. Find these tender spots and press, and then stay with the movement. The nose gently rolls up in this yes gesture. One more breath here. Then go ahead and wipe off what's on the shoulders. Let it go. Feel the lightness as it leaves. Head rolls up. Bring the palms together in that deep appreciation. Thumbs connect to the heart center. Take a breath and bow. Namaste.